Because I have a question for you. Are you just sitting there just wondering how to finance your box truck? Then I have a great news for you, because in today's conversation, I want to explain to you step by step how to finance a box truck cheaply and quickly, okay? So we're going to talk about box truck financing hacks you must implement today to get approved no matter what. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about how to finance a box truck cheaply and quickly. So I'm going to give you the steps, okay? I'm going to give you the steps you need, step by step, how to do things, and really, it works. We have done it time and again. We have done it for our clients, and I want you to do the same thing. First thing is you need to determine your eligibility. So number one, eligibility. This is important. Okay, so we are talking about what? We're talking about your credit score. We are speaking about time in business with a CDL license. Okay, usually lenders want to see at least 3 years. Okay, but the cool thing is in some cases they can finance startups too. So we're talking about down payment amount, how much you can afford to put down on your box truck. Okay, if you're lucky and you have a box truck loan with no down payment, that's pretty good. But you need to actually save some cash for that down payment. So it's really important, boss. Okay, so when we talk about box truck financing and credit, you need to understand, are you looking for a new box truck or you're looking for an old box truck? Okay, but your personal credit matters. Your personal credit is important, even though the whole transaction is collateralized. In other words, the vehicle will serve as the collateral for the loan. The important thing is the lender wants to make sure that your ass is clean, or at least your ass is financially responsible. So what better way to look at your financial responsibility profile than to check your credit score? Okay, so they will check to see if you are, whether you are in the 300 to 579, in other words, very poor category, or you are in the 580 to 669 fair credit, or you are in the 670 to 739 good credit, 740 to 799 still very good credit, or above 800 we are speaking about stellar credit. Okay, so those are important. What I'm trying to tell you here is that if you want to actually get a box truck loan very quickly, make sure that your credit is in good shape. Okay, you need to have a solid business plan. This is important. You need to make sure that you have an updated personal resume. Oh yeah, people will be walking around telling you, hey, listen, you don't need a resume if you're a box truck driver, if you're a driver. Hey, no, hell no, hell no. You want to have your resume, okay? But you know why? Because having a box truck is a job. It's a full-time job. Okay, so you want to actually demonstrate to the lender that you have a history, you are experienced when it comes to box trucks, and you also want to have cash flow statements at the ready. Very important. Okay, so the first thing is your eligibility. Second thing is the vehicle itself. Okay, so we are still talking about how to fund box truck loads, right? Or how to fund box truck in general. The thing here is that you need to fund your new or used box truck. It's important to understand exactly what kind of vehicle you're looking for. We're paying attention to the make, the model, the year, okay, the mileage. Are you, what is the condition report? Any past major repairs? Okay. Are you looking for a box truck that is preferably sold by a box truck dealer? What kind of vehicle are you looking for? Okay. And we have actually done some research for you, and I just want to share a few box trucks that you might want to consider. Okay, and so first we have the Isuzu N series. This is kind of cool. This is a good box truck for you if you are interested and you are looking for something cheap. I mean, not cheap, but something affordable. Okay, and something that adds value to your business. This could be a good addition to your fleet. Okay, you also have the Isuzu F series. You can see on the screen. Great vehicle also. You have the Hino 155. You have Hino 195. One thing you need to understand is that Hino Motors is actually a subsidiary of Toyota Corporation, so they are within the Toyota family. Okay, so this tells you about the quality of the box truck already, so that they have great vehicles. And if you look into the Hino series are kind of cool. If you are handling heavy storage you are doing junk hauling, you're doing pallet shipping, Hino 55, the Hino 155 or the Hino 195 are good choices. We've also seen of the Freightliner M2 106. Okay, this is kind of cool. Also, this is one of the most powerful box trucks that are available right now. Okay, and this could be a good addition to your fleet. You can also consider the International RH series. Okay, what we love with this box truck is that it is very heavy duty, and this is cool if you are in that niche and you need that for your needs. Okay, or you can consider the Ford E series Cutaway, and this is kind of cool, and this is really good for if you are considering furniture transportation. Okay, so I've just showed you a few examples of box trucks that you might be interested in. The whole thing is you got to do your research first and make sure that the vehicle that you're looking for, either used or new, actually fits your particular niche. Let me give you a few pro tips here. Few pro tips. Before you buy a vehicle, or before you consider even buying a vehicle, think about insurance, because insurance plays an important role and is a significant expense when we talk about box trucks. So please consider your insurance. You want to ask your insurance agent how much this will cost, so you have a clear idea before you even acquire the vehicle how much you have to pay. Number 3, I want you to understand the basics. So, boss, brother, I'm still talking to you about how to actually finance your box truck, okay? But let's just go back to the basics. This is important. So what is a box truck loan? What is it? Well, this is basically money that you get to buy a box truck. But sometimes the lender will give you more money than the value of the vehicle. They might give you money to do repairs, or they might give you money to do all kinds of stuff. Okay, and it depends. So instead of having 100%, let's say financing, you might get 125% financing or 120% financing. Okay, so that's for a typical box truck loan. But remember that you can lease also. You can lease, you don't have to buy. Okay, so leasing typically does not require a down payment. So it's important. And if a down payment is required, it's typically relatively small compared to what a traditional box truck loan down payment will look like. Okay, so this is something you need to really think about. And another thing I want to say here is that you basically need to now, should you go for a lease or a new? It really depends on your cash flows, on your projected cash flows. It depends on the industry you're in, and most importantly, it depends on your clients. Okay, so you can actually get a box truck loan to replace old equipment, to update older or out of date equipment, or you can add to your existing equipment inventory, to your existing box truck inventory. Okay, and if you want to get, let's say, box truck loans really fast, remember that you need to seek the lenders, and I will speak later on about the lenders. You need to seek the lenders that cater to that kind of industry, to your kind of industry. Okay, and those loans, those box truck loans, are pretty good because you can get quick approval. They are tax deductible, so you have more money in your pocket. Okay, because you are just paying a monthly. You are just making a monthly loan payment. Okay, and they can give you a flexible payment schedule. And approximately 25% of the soft costs are covered. That's what I was just telling you earlier. Soft costs include things like fees, delivery charges, and freight charges. Okay, and so you can buy a new one, or you can buy a used box truck. Now, speaking about used box truck, why would you want to buy a used one? Well, you can save more money with less depreciation on used trucks. For instance, you can reduce how much you need to pay towards taxes and fees. Yeah. Okay, you can capitalize on the benefits of a CPO program. This is important. So CPO stands for Certified Pre-Owned Program. You can find a greater selection of truck models to choose from. Okay, you can find a used truck that is customized to your needs, depending on the dealership. You can easily search for a used truck that is built to last, or you can even minimize risk with comprehensive vehicle documentation. So my question to you is this something you want to think about in terms of your decision to get a new or a used box truck? Now let's talk about funding itself. And let me give you an overview here. this is a specific overview. So when we talk about financing your box truck, you got to have a clear idea of what we're speaking about. So we have box truck financing, we have box truck leasing, we also have fleet financing, and we have working capital. Okay, so there are four categories. There are four categories of financing that I want you to think about. So box truck financing, everybody understand what that is, right? Boss, you're listening to me, right? Okay, so everybody understands. So this is basically money that allows you to buy your box truck. Very simple. Box truck leasing, this is pretty easy also. That basically you can get up to a $250,000 in terms of your leasing. So you actually, so the lessor, the company leasing the box truck to you, they'll either buy the box truck and lease it to you, and you can have an arrangement whereby you actually you can actually own the vehicle at the end of the useful life, okay, or the leasing life, okay, or you can actually get money to finance an entire fleet. Oh yeah. So if your business is scaling and you need more than one vehicle being financed, then trying to finance a whole fleet. Obviously, you're going to have to be in business for a while. You need to have some financial history behind you. You need to have a relationship with the lender. You need to provide more information. You need to contact them, talk to someone, but it is definitely worth it. Okay, definitely worth it. And when we speak about box truck financing, we are also talking about working capital. So this is basically financing that is not linked directly to the box truck. But hey, listen, you are in business, you are driving your box truck, or you're having people drive their box truck around. You're going to have expenses, and you're going to have working capital needs. Okay, we're speaking about paying suppliers, maintaining the vehicle. You're going to have to pay some staff, talking about payroll. If you have drivers working for you, you're gonna have to take care of insurance. You're gonna have to take care of their payroll their payroll charges, their taxes, all that kind of stuff. So that requires money. And if you are in an industry where your cash flows are not really consistent, I mean, you do make money, but there is some kind of a seasonality to your cash flows. You might need working capital needs. You might need working capital financing for your box truck. And the cool thing is that there are lenders who are there who will be ready to help you out, depending upon your industry, depending upon the relationship you have with them. Okay, and so this is really cool. One thing for sure, always make sure you have a business plan. Okay, because not everything happens in your truck, in your box truck. So I want you to get your ass out of there and have a business plan. So that when you and business plan in addition to financial statements. So then when you apply for your box truck financing, you have something to back up the data that you are actually putting forward. Let me talk to you about some lenders. You want to know some of the best lenders in the industry so that you can actually get your box truck financing approved, okay? Financing application. So we have a Crest Capital. And Crest Capital is really good. They offer box truck financing, and they've been doing so for many, many years. And what we love with Crest Capital is that they can actually finance your box truck up to $250,000. Okay, and so actually they can go even higher. But if you are looking for a deal under $250,000, they require only a quick online application with no paperwork or financial statements needed. This is really good. You also have Balboa Capital. Okay, Balboa Capital is really good also when it comes to box truck financing. They're really fast. We love the fact they're really fast. And so they have an application only for hard collateral of up to $500,000. Application only for soft collateral of up to $350,000. Okay, and if approved, they have same day funding available. This is really good. And what we love with Balboa is that they're very flexible. They want a minimum of 1 year in business, which is reasonable. They want $100,000 at least in annual revenue. We're speaking about gross revenue, so pre-tax, top of the line revenue. And they want you to have a FICO score of 620 minimum. Okay, so this is really decent. The third player I want to talk to you, and when we talk about box truck financing through Balboa, by the way, we're speaking about all kinds of trucks. Okay, cube trucks, cube vans, dry freight trucks, dry vans, heavy duty box trucks, medium duty box trucks, moving trucks, reefers, rolling toasters, straight trucks, the whole 9 yards. And I want to talk to you about a third player called Top Mark Funding, LLC. And we love the fact that with Top Mark Funding, you can get approved for $250,000, okay, within 24 hours. This is really good. You can finance your box truck with no problem. They have experience in that industry. They've been doing this for many years, okay? And you can get pre-approved before even starting your shopping, okay? They have great service. They have fast funding and guaranteed no hard inquiries. So they will do a soft pull on your ass and see if you qualify. So big decision time, boss. Which are the three players? I mean, there are many more lenders out there, but those three are really good. Which one would you want to work with? Check them out, okay? You want to check their conditions out. You want to see which one works for you. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are also having a conversation about how to finance a box truck cheaply and quickly. Okay. Now I want to talk to you about pre-approvals, which is really important because you really want to preserve your credit score, right? So you want to get the soft pull. And so one thing you want to do when it comes to financing your box truck is systematically to look for a pre-approval. I don't care if you have good credit, bad credit, poor credit. Don't walk around and just apply and have a hard pull on your ass right away. No, you want to look for a soft pull. You want to look for a pre-approval. So when you have a pre-approval, you basically can go and shop confidently, knowing that you already have the money, quote unquote, you have the money. So you can shop with confidence with a no cost, no commitment box truck financing pre-approval. That's what you're looking for, okay? And normally your pre-approval will include the maximum loan amount or lease amount, the monthly payment estimate, the total initial cash required, the maximum term for the lease or the loan in months, the end of lease purchase option if any, and other costs or fees. Okay, so those are this is the type of information you are going to have on a pre-approval document, and this is really good. Okay, and so if you are pre-approved, there are some perks. You can get your box truck faster, right? Because if you think about it, equipment and in particular, box truck financing is a first come, first served market. So a pre-approval means that you don't have to wait for funding and you can get the box truck when it's available. Okay. And you can shop with confidence. Okay. And if you have the right lender, you can get approvals within 24 hours. We're speaking about pre-approvals. Okay. They can actually look at your profile, look at your financial situation and approve you within 24 hours. And a pre-approval is kind of good because when I'm talking about shopping with confidence, I'm speaking about having more negotiating power. Think about that. Think about it. Two potential buyers make offers on a box truck, but only one has a pre-approval. Who do you think the seller is more likely to consider? Boss, I want you to answer me. Who do you think, like for real, who do you really think the seller is more likely to consider? Of course, the person who has the pre-approval. Okay, so this is why you want to systematically, I want to emphasize this again, you want to systematically look for pre-approvals when shopping for your box truck. Really, really important. Now, let's actually, before closing today's conversation, let's talk about the reasons, okay? And what are the reasons why you want to systematically seek box truck financing? And I want you to go back to the basics and really understand what we're talking about here, Chief. So when we have box truck financing needs, there are a lot of things why you might need that, why you might need the funding. First, if you need new equipment, if you need a new box truck, let's say you've been driving your old ass box truck for years now, and you know that car is like, hey, listen, save me, I'm about to die. So the thing is, if you need new equipment, then you need to start thinking about box truck financing, or your box truck needs an upgrade to be competitive. Let's say you're in an industry where you just realize, hey, listen, if I want to compete here, if I want to kick some ass, I really need to have the latest box truck. Okay, so you really want to start looking at the financing at that point. Or if repairs are no longer sustainable, like you've been spending money so much, like, fixing this, fixing the engine, fixing this and that, blah, blah, blah. And you just realize, what the F? I'm just spending a lot of money here and nothing is happening. Then you really want to look for box truck financing. Or you don't want to apply for a traditional documentation heavy business loan. That because you probably know that traditional business loans, they're asking you for gazillions of paperwork. But when it comes to box truck financing, this is not really that complicated, because remember, the box truck itself is the collateral that underlies the application, underlies the loan. Okay, and if you don't have a down payment for the loan, this could also be a good case, because in some cases, the lender will want to finance the whole 100% of the loan amount. Okay, and also you can actually get a new box truck purchase to offset your tax burden. There's something called Section 179. We have covered this on other shows, but you can actually write off the entirety of the expense in the year of purchase up to $500,000, so $500,000. Okay, and also there are cases where leasing your box truck doesn't make financial sense. You think it's just better that you buy it, or you want to also preserve working capital. So I'm just giving you a constellation of reasons why you might want to consider a box truck loan. Okay, so here are a few pro tips. The thing here is that it's important to understand that, and I've said this before, if you want to boost your chances of approval, make sure you have your financial statements and make sure you have a business plan. Okay, and you really want to document how the box truck will actually generate cash for your business and how you plan to repay the loan. So to kind of close to this conversation, and so after you've done everything, just submit all documents and get funded. Okay, so once you have let's say you have picked out a box truck that meets all the requirements and you have the proper insurance in place, it's time to finalize your contract. Okay, so just work with your funding, your lender, your rep, and your funding rep, and this thing should be really fast. Normally, it takes 1 to 3 business days for you to finalize and close box truck loan transactions. So, recap here. So I spoke to you about eligibility, the vehicle, the basics, the funding, the lenders, pre-approvals, and the reasons why box truck financing are really cool. Thank you so much for your attention, boss. I appreciate it. I will see you next time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.